This is a trip to the wonderful country of Italy. And what makes the trip even better? I'm traveling with my daughter Sally and her husband Levi and her son, that's my grandson, Danny. And this is the land of wine, wine, and wine. I left Northwest Arkansas Regional Airport a day early. I just wanted to make sure to get to Sally's and to give Sammy, their yellow Labrador doggy, a couple of hugs. He's so sweet. Our trip was with Perilla, who has been going to Italy for 45 years, and Ralph and I went with them 20 years ago and we're well satisfied, and here I'm back again. Now, we will be there from September 9th to the 22nd. Now, before the trip, we stayed overnight at Amy, which is Levi's daughter, and Abdella's house, and celebrated Nadia's 4th birthday. And there was 14 of us sleeping everywhere in the house. And then to the airport in heavy rain. But when we pulled up to Continental, the rain stopped. Well, I call that a good omen. We fly from Kansas City, Kansas to Newark, New Jersey. And then we're going to get on another plane and go overseas to Rome. I was in the last row between two electric company men, and there was a whole group of them. And they had just had their 8th annual competition. They climbed telephone poles to rescue electrocuted people. And then they climb and change the conductors on the top of the poles. And then they climb as fast to the top as they can, grab the egg on top of the pole. Now, it does not say whether it is a hard-boiled egg or just a regular egg, but they put it in their mouth and climb down fast. I have a feeling it's a regular egg, so you don't crush the egg in your mouth. But anyway, they were fun to talk to. I said, "How did you do?" "Not too good. We had other companies that were better than us." Then, in a couple hours after we got to Newark, we flew to Rome, Italy. Now, Sally and Levi have never been overseas, so this is a whole new thing for them. And they sat together. We got them seats together, but their whole row of seats had no lights on and no sound. The whole system didn't work. So they could only see the movie Crocodile Dundee in L.A. And the girl come around, the stewardess, and she says, "Now fill out these papers and you're going to be compensated." I haven't heard from Sally yet. I wonder what would that be? What would a compensation be for not being able to read all night long and not being able to see 2 movies? Well, they could see it, but they couldn't hear the words. So we'll wait and see what. I can't imagine what that would be. Danny and I sat together by a priest, and at the end of the trip, he gave us medals, and he wanted to make an appointment with me to see the Pope. Well, that was because I told him my life story about my great-grandfather being a guard to the Pope. He was a mace bearer, or nowadays they would call it a Secret Service man. And he worked in Quirinelli Palace. And now the president of Italy lives there and has lived there for 8 years. Now we meet our guide, Franco. He is short, dark, and curly black hair, and he's 50 years old, and he said he's been a guide for 30 years. Now that's a long time in one occupation. But it's a nice occupation. You don't have to lift anything. It's not heavy work or anything like that. It's just keeping people happy, which is pretty bad too. Our hotel in Rome is the Beverly Hills Hotel of Rome, room 610. It is modern. It is large with a bidet and a patio. And all over the rooftops there are hundreds of antennae and TV bowls.